There it is. Hello, I'm Sue. Welcome to Fireside Chat. Hope that you're having a good day so far. I have the great pleasure of introducing Scott Nichols. He is a longtime industry expert, really, in Medicare, and he's actually pushed the envelope into creating something wonderful for Medicare agents. So, welcome, Scott.
Thanks for having me, Susanna. I really appreciate being here.
So happy. Scott has over 40 years of experience in the insurance industry, so he is well seasoned as an agent. He became a regional sales manager at Pyramid Life. In 1992, he opened his own brokerage, S.A. Nichols Brokerage. And in 2019, he really saved us all because he created Search and Save, which is a Medicare system with an integrated CRM for agents to use. You have many thousands of agents who use it daily, and it really answers a lot of what agents are looking for. So you feel that when you're meeting with a customer, you're not alone. And you have the incredible, mantle of knowledge and information right up to the minute of what's available for that client. So I want to thank you with all my heart for creating this, Scott.
You're more than welcome. We're trying to make a go of it. We're trying to fill we're
Absolutely.
we're we're trying to fill a need.
It's
Very
just a
challenging, very challenging environment for agents nowadays, I tell you.
yeah, it must be. So tell me about what it was like kind of for you, maybe around the time that you were a regional sales manager and you could see that, information so important when you're talking to a client to have some of their information and things like that.
Well, yeah, as far as this particular part of it goes, I've had kind of a long journey in my insurance career going back to even before 2000. I guess you would call experimenting and investing in computer IT software solutions for agents.
Wow.
Did an experiment at one time with for individual health before ACA ever came along. That was pretty good, pretty successful, but not incredibly so. But it was a good way to get the feet wet, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it came along later with another tool that we had that was an
Hmm.
application, it was an app that had Medicare questions and answers in video format for
Wow.
um, for seniors to have access to. It was multilingual, and they could go in and they could get answers on video, just that type of situation. And then there was a directory of agents attached to it that they could reach out to in their communities
Wow.
and go with that. And we had that for a long time, and that actually peaked with about 1 million views of the videos in a year. The
Oh my
problem
God.
that we yeah, so but the problem that we had with it, the problem we had was agents not answering their phones, customers, prospects not putting in correct information
Oh
so they
my
could speak with
goodness.
an agent. And basically like the biggest sponge you've ever seen as far as sucking in information, but there wasn't the trade back and forth. So the connection is nobody's fault.
It's
It's
nobody's
just
fault. Yeah.
the connections weren't there.
Yeah.
And then about I tried a few other things that I won't waste our time with right now, but it was the same kind of result. So I realized at that point, after all these years of,
Hmm.
I have a very large Medicare brokerage where I wholesale product agents, and I've had that since we talked about 92.
Yeah.
And so what I realized is Medicare is a different animal than individual health or group health
Mm.
because it's only sold really by referral.
Yeah.
There's a lot of agents that do waste a lot of time and money buying leads. There's a lot of agents that spend a lot of time and money doing what I did, trying to create certain things. I mean, I even had a situation where we had MeTV ads, if you know MeTV.
I've heard of MeTV. I feel like
It's
that
retro
was,
TV.
so is it before like YouTube kind of thing?
No, MeTV is not before YouTube. MeTV is on national broadcast networks. It's on Fubu. It's on a lot of different it's a channel, but it
Okay.
plays all the good old-fashioned old-time shows.
That's so nice.
So, I mean, I Love Lucy, Combat, Andy Griffith, you know, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I
So
love that.
we did a national advertising thing on that.
Oh, okay.
for this app, mymedicarequestion.com, and actually had a system set up for 800 number, taking leads and everything. So we were taking maybe 700 leads a month, but couldn't get agents to take the leads.
I can't believe that. Oh
Yeah.
my
And so if they worked,
God.
the way I did it was if they worked with my brokerage, I didn't charge them a dime for it.
Wow.
Okay. And then we tried to charge them for it. That didn't work. Nothing worked. So I finally realized, and then again, you get bad information. People
Mm,
leave information, but it's not the right information. Bad phone number, bad email address. So I figured out finally that this is all sold by referral.
yeah. Yeah.
It all is.
Hmm.
So in 2019 came around, get the surgeon say, when 2019 came around, what happened was CMS had closed their doors on letting agents save information for customers on the cms.gov website, which actually is a blessing. It's a several tiered blessing. Okay. One, it's a blessing because um, when you get right down to it, beneficiaries need to have their information behind a firewall. You
Yeah.
know, they
Okay.
really need it.
We
The
don't want
second
them to
thing,
be taken advantage of for sure. Yeah.
well, yeah, and then the second thing is once you get involved in this world, like I'm involved in so heavily now with this data, you realize that CMS, and they told me this with their own lips, leans on the word estimate heavily. They
Mhm.
only reflect what is filed by the insurance company. They get nothing from the carrier servers.
Wow.
So, like any government entity, they can be behind quite a bit in updating the information seen on the site.
Yes, that's right.
So the issue becomes their answer to me, because we deal with them quite heavily. They monitor us and everything. So the thing is that what we learned was one of the security people there, who they have a surveillance department in Medicare, which a lot
Okay.
of people don't realize that. He said, well, we lean on the word estimate heavily, and that's why we have links to the carrier site. So there's your answer.
Wow.
So then we were looking around because, my agents came to me. They knew I had been in the tech space. They came around and they were like, well, what can we do? What can you do for us? Can you do anything? So I started looking, and I started looking at the different data vendors that are out there, and the quote unquote white labels they have
Yeah.
through FMO channels or NMO channels. Some of them have their own that you can subscribe to. And there was a couple of things that just weren't right. I even went to a meeting down in Clearwater, Florida,
Uh-huh.
where a lot of these NMOs were there, and one of the major vendors was there giving
Wow.
this session. And what I was hearing just didn't make sense, because what they were saying is they were more interested in controlling what you saw as an agent
Oh,
than giving you. So they only wanted to show you as an agent what you were contracted for with them as an upline. You didn't
wow.
see everything. And I said, well, gee, agents really want to see like what they had with Medicare.gov. They want to see it all.
Yeah.
So that wasn't going to get it. And then I started reading their privacy policies about the data. And it was really disturbing
Wow.
because agents don't read the privacy policy.
No, true.
And if you read the privacy policy, what you're agreeing to, and I have, believe me, full disclosure, I have contracts with all of these big conglomerates, all of them.
Right.
Okay.
And long-standing relationships, Scott,
Yeah,
because
no,
you've
I don't know
been
if they're
in.
long standing necessarily, but I did have long standing relationship with people they bought.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
the thing is not anymore. Those people all took their money and ran.
Wow.
But those of us that are still working, we have to deal with these conglomerates. And the problem with the conglomerates is they don't hide this. It's in the privacy policy that they
Mm.
have basically the right to mine, sell, and share your data that you enter.
Oh my God.
So
And we
then
have
you
no
start talking.
choice.
Well, yeah. Well, then you start talking. Well, you do with us, but when you're talking to IT people, you discover very quickly that we're in an agent commission world, and we're thinking about these override commissions, right?
Wow.
Nothing. It's peanuts. It's not even half of a penny compared to the amount of money you can get from selling the data every day, over and over and over and over again. And so when you look at these conglomerates and they own these gigantic phone systems, one of them owns the largest phone calling center in the United States and a humongous one in Pakistan where they can route the calls so they look like the calls are being made by the customer.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yes. So this stuff has been going on, and people always say, "Oh no, I'm a conspiracy theorist." Well, if I am, okay, but one one question only is, why did they sue the federal government to continue to do it?
Hmm.
because the conglomerates got together and many of the large NMOs and FMOs in the country and sued the federal government to continue to gather the data and sell it.
Oh my God.
Okay. So with that said,
Wow.
I was looking at these systems and I couldn't get past the privacy policy. So I said, what we need to do is create our own. Agents needed to create our own. And if we're going to create it, let's listen to what the agents want they have built. So agents have built Search and Save, and they continue to improve Search and Save by their suggestions. Now we can't do everything, but it's the reason that we're so popular is privacy is security of your data. We're not going to mind, sell, and share it to anybody. It's in our privacy policy.
That's amazing.
We've brought together the best data vendors in the industry in their spaces for Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, Ancillary. And then
Okay.
we did create, starting in 2019, something we're very proud of is the provider and facility search engine that we built that is actually the most accurate in the industry.
Oh my
That is
goodness.
that wow, it's connected to the carrier servers, and we have a massive footprint with national regional carriers on this. So we were the first ones to do this. Everybody said we were insane for trying. The competitors all have what's called scrub data, and if you know what scrub data is, it's with web crawlers that go out and just get public
Inform-
utility files. It's not
Okay.
accurate. It's never checked.
Okay.
Nothing's ever completed with it. So what agents are finding out with us as the years click on,
Hmm.
we are incredibly very accurate.
Wow.
So we have something in this system that is the first time that the best Medicare Advantage data has ever been filtered by the most accurate provider facility search engine,
Wow.
which allows you as an agent to not have to go from carrier to carrier to carrier and looking up doctors again and again and again to see who takes what. You're going to just see it right now.
My time. Wow.
Right. And it's going to be accurate. Is that the first time such a tool has been built? No. But it is the first time that tool's been accurate.
Wow. That's a big deal.
Yeah. And so the other thing that I would bring up about our system, I guess I'm going on with my story. I haven't let you
No, this is
ask me a
great. No,
question.
no, no. I'm just because like it's so relevant. Please don't worry.
So the other thing that happened was this particular entity that we worked with to create this provider and facility that is the world's largest, actually the world's largest credentialer of physicians.
Oh my God.
And and in North America, they are the number one claim payer, from what I understand, in Medicare, Medicaid, and ACA.
Oh my
So
goodness.
they have this data, but the
Hmm.
way it has to work, they have to get permission and all these things.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. We always want to do
So
things
that's
blank compliantly.
well,
Yeah.
that's fine. Even though the data is public information, by the way, untying that cobweb can be an issue.
Oh, I
But
can't
we are
imagine.
actually, well, it's very interesting how this was done. But then what they did was they brought me, I'm going to not use names here because you know
Don't worry.
they brought us the really one of the largest healthcare systems in the insurance industry, and they asked us if we had the ability to build an intelligent and integrated questionnaire.
Interesting. Which
Now
you've
this
done
is
this before. This is your wheelhouse.
it is. And so work with my developers and we created this to work with not only gathering information for a new client,
Hmm.
but updating information from an existing client.
Ooh, who is doing that? That's hard to do.
Well, we did. And so
Yeah,
the thing
you
was
did.
is this questionnaire, once the information is gathered, the client creates the drug list, the client creates the pharmacy list,
Okay.
the doctor list, if you're going MAPD, the hospital list, if you're going MAPD, submits it. It goes into the search and save system and integrates and it builds the drug list, the pharmacy list, the doctor list, even runs the quote for the agent and tells them when it's done by text, email, and system alert. And I'm happy
Oh
to
my,
show that to you.
wow. Yeah.
So it's a big deal. What was interesting on the industry side of this
Hmm.
is we had many, many, many meetings with this gigantic entity who
Hmm.
wanted to have more meetings. And then one day decided they didn't want to have any more meetings.
After all
And
that.
they left us just sitting there with all this development. So I owed a bill to my developers because they didn't pay this bill. They wouldn't even accept an invoice for it.
Ah,
So
what is going on?
185 hours of development.
Oh no. Oh
And I don't
no.
want to tell you what the per hour rate is because it's expensive.
That's bad.
So I went and got a loan and now I own it.
Oh my God.
So
So
it's
that
always a compliment, when people copy your stuff. So some people have tried to copy ours, but they're not even close.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Over
And that's
6 years in field development too.
it's incredible that like sometimes things look bad at first glance, like, oh, that's bad that you had
Yeah.
to pay that. But the oh my gosh, that's good is
Mhm.
you own it. And that's amazing
We
because like you care very much about accuracy and
mhm,
about transparency.
mhm.
And so you can do it in such a way that you'd want to see it done in the marketplace, but you get to do it yourself because you have those ethics, right? And
Yeah, yes, you're
wonderful.
right. And we're not stopping. We're not stopping. We believe that the vendors that are out there are great and wonderful, but we're working to get even more accurate data
I'm so happy.
because the agents, we as agents are critical, critical. So I don't want anybody to get kind of down about this Part D nonsense with them not paying us commissions on Part D because they're going to come back to us with hat in hand. They need us more than anything.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
need us bad. And so the thing is that we're going to get past this point. But the thing is we have to own this data and our own data and the use of it
Yeah, and
as
our own
agents,
data.
and we must come together. So this is what makes us different.
So, the platform itself, if someone wanted to just sort of check it out, and of course it's for agents. So if an agent wanted to check it out, then can you tell them what site they would kind of plug into the URL so that they get
Sure.
to?
So there's a couple ways you can do it. We
Mm-hmm.
have a marketing site that is right here on the screen called searchandsave.org. And there's lots of information on there. There's information detailing the stuff I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about the Pearl technology that is the integrated and intelligent questionnaire. It's lots of good stuff about that. There's lots of videos out there about the system and how it works. And there you can also click and start a 30-day free trial.
Oh, that's
So we
awesome.
give an up, it's important. I
Like that.
believe that you need to kick the tires before you pay me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and this is none of this phony baloney, put your credit card in and I'm going to charge you on the 31st day. That's not going to happen. So you're going to get a 30-day upfront free trial and then it will ask you for your credit card. So there's no credit card
Okay.
needed to start.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
And then under here, under my, if you went to this URL, this one up here,
Yes.
it says my.searchandsave.org.
Right.
That's the actual login page. So the
Okay.
marketing page is searchandsave.org and the login page is
Mine.
my.searchandsave.org.
Okay. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
So
I'm glad you said that.
this little ribbon here that I'm circling, if you can see it.
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay, you just click on that and then you come into here to register. You just agree here to register.
Yes.
Don't let this scare you.
No, no, you're just
And then
registering. Yeah.
you can fill this in, your name and your email and your phone and everything. And do
Okay.
opt in for the text messages. We don't market by texting, but this does allow you to get alerts from us for your Pearl questionnaires.
Okay, that's good.
So then you can register and then you can just go ahead here and log in. Um,
You can continue with whatever service. That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
I'm really big on talking about um support for people getting involved with this.
Yeah.
So there's several things because agents are busy. I mean, I'm an agent too, and we're busy. So we wear a lot of hats and we don't have a lot of time. So what can we do as a system to help you? Because it can be a daunting task to consider changing platforms. So what we do is that we offer a white glove importing service.
Nice.
So there's no cost to it,
That's
but you
great.
just send us your clients by Excel spreadsheet and an Excel workbook, and we can get them mapped over for you into the system.
That's
So
amazing.
you just get them out of your system. A lot of people are using Excel. As I talk to agents every day. So
Yeah.
it's like a lot of them are already just using Excel, but there are people that are using the other systems.
Yeah.
And you can get your data out of those systems in an Excel spreadsheet and send them. Now,
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I do
Mm-hmm.
need to mention about that, HIPAA law does
Mm-hmm.
not allow you to import drug data. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the
So you have
person
to bring
could,
that over. Yeah. So I'll show you where that Pearl comes in really handy
okay,
because
very
you
good.
can get everything over and then you can send the Pearl out to your customers, let them build their drug list.
That's amazing. Because they're gonna have the bottles right there with the All the information right on it.
It will be there. Uh, First thing about security, it's really important because we work really hard at this. We are audited every year
Wow.
from January through May
Oh my
for
goodness.
computer security, okay, and compliance. So Search and Save is not just HIPAA compliant, okay? It is also SOC 2 and PCI compliant. So now you're
Okay.
talking bank grade security and credit card level security.
Wow.
So the data is safe. Doesn't mean you can't get hacked, okay?
Hmm.
But man,
But the,
they're gonna die trying.
yeah, and the safeguards are in place to kind of deter, and
Mhm. And we're
yeah.
also geo-fenced for the United States.
Wow.
So our good friends that own those call centers in Pakistan,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can't get in, right?
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Wow,
Right.
that's great. So tell me a
So
little bit
here,
about oh, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
what? Tell me what? Go
I
ahead.
was
You
going to
go
say
first.
I'd like you to tell me a little bit about Pearl because it sounds
Sure.
really personalized.
Sure. Let's talk about Pearl for a minute. We'll go right into it. Okay. So if you were to
Thank
go
you.
in here, you
Mm-hmm.
got it. Pearl's a tool. Okay. So we include a lot of tools with Search and Save,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always worth talking about because agents have to keep and record, right? Any screen share enrollments or
Wow.
marketing and phone, right? Outgoing and incoming, right? So they have to keep that for 10 years. So we provide that service at no additional cost.
Okay.
So what is the cost? For a single agent, everything I'm about to show you is $35 a month. Okay.
Incredible.
That
Yeah.
includes the Pearl. So over here, you see, we got the little computer thing for the screen share. We got the little phone here for the phone recording. If I go to tools and I go to pearls,
Yeah.
my pearls will come up. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to click on a little box here and manage my pearls.
Okay.
So when I go to manage my pearls, I'm going to see these links. Now, we don't give you one pearl. We're not like this other company that's out there that's one size fits all with a questionnaire. We don't do that. We have an MAPD pearl, which is basically an electronic piece of paper, really, when it gets right down to it. But we have an
Sure.
MAPD pearl,
Mm-hmm.
a PDP pearl. If you're only doing drug cards, or let's say you're talking to a client just drug cards, you don't
Right.
need all that information. And we're
Incredible.
the only one that I know of that has an ACA pearl.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah,
That's
so if you do
amazing.
ACA Pearl, yeah, you're going to save a lot of time. And these pearls are good with both new clients and existing clients.
Ooh, that's amazing.
So what I've done is I have made QR codes out of these for different business cards. And I work with a bank here in Cincinnati, and they have my cards. So there's a QR code in the back, and I say, just give the card to the client, tell them to scan the QR code and answer the questionnaire, and I'll get right to them.
Isn't that amazing?
There's just no
Wow.
reason to have to go through this gigantic process.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Let's
and
take a
people
look at
just
a pearl.
please, that sounds wonderful.
Okay, so I've got to kind of move us around here so everybody can see everything here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So pretending that I'm a customer
Yeah.
now and I've got this pearl sent to me by this
Right.
very nice agent named Scott Nichols. Okay.
Okay. He's a
This
good
is what
guy.
yeah. Well, this is what comes up first, a little welcome message.
Nice.
And you do need to know that pearls are usable across all platforms.
Okay, good. I'm
So you
hoping. I was
can't
hoping.
text them to a phone, you can send them to a tablet, it doesn't matter.
That's great.
So this, for our purposes here, is going to be what one looks like for a customer who's at
Okay.
a computer.
Let's get
We
started.
customize these for the agent right here.
Oh, that's nice.
Phone
Right.
number, email, all that's customized. And then the customer has to answer a few questions. Now, this is the MAPD Pearl. This
Yes, of
and the
course.
ACA Pearl tend to be the longest ones for questions,
Okay.
but from beginning to end, it's 11 screens. So it's
Okay.
not the end of the world.
No, and
And
look
they're,
how much you've done in 11 screens, right?
well, how much
Compliantly.
you get back? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So we'll say zip code. I'll put in a zip code of 45255. I'll just use mine to make it easy.
Of course.
We'll put in my birth date if anybody out there wants to write it down for send me a card or something. It's July 25th.
That's a lovely time to have a birthday, Scott. You must have
Yes,
a
it
cake
is.
and that pie and whatnot. That's a
And it's
great time of
exactly
year.
6 months before Christmas, I believe.
Oh
So
my
it's perfect.
God. That's true. So you can give an early Christmas list to people.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I can get birthday gifts and Christmas gifts 6 months apart.
Right. It's just I'm trying to save you trouble.
So we asked them to provide us their location, which is going to be a
Okay.
zip code, a
Hmm.
county, what's their birthday, their gender, are currently enrolled or soon be enrolling in Medicare is on here. If they're dual eligible, they can hit this as well.
Awesome. So right
What
off the
is,
bat, you know what you're dealing with.
yeah, I mean, for an agent, this is all the stuff you kind of really need to know.
Yeah, in one
So what's
screen.
the Part A effective date, start
Hmm.
date? This all goes in the CRM.
Right. Okay, good.
So let's say they, and that's optional. They don't have to do this, but many do because they want to, again, if you say to them, the better you give me this information, if I can help you, they're going to want to do it.
Yeah.
So then a customer can put in their Medicare number. This all go into the
Okay.
CRM,
Okay, good. And it
and then
saves it,
even the carrier, it
right?
saves it.
And the carrier. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Year to year. Insurance coverages, maybe they don't know.
They may not know.
Some don't know, but maybe they know they're coming from an employer plan or they're on Medicare or they're a veteran. They can click as much of that as they need to.
That's great.
Prescriptions, here's where they create their prescription drug list. Now there's, instructions if they need them, but honestly, this is so easy, they don't need it. So here's how it is. Are you taking prescriptions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Okay, what are you taking? We'll just start with some of the usual suspects. Atorvastatin calcium. Let's say they're taking 20 of those. How
Okay.
many per month? What's the frequency?
That's very
I can
easy.
I can add it. Yeah, thank you. So we got Eliquis, another one of the usual suspects. The system knows that people take two of those a day, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say they're on Humalog. Maybe they're on the Quick Pen. Maybe this is the one they take. And so it goes. So this is saving the drug list. So I go to the next, and we always ask the senior, hey, you sure you're done? you know. Then we go to pharmacies. All they have to do here is enter their home address.
Really?
So
So
once
then you don't have to even know what pharmacies are near them.
it'll pull up within 20 miles of their house,
Oh my
the
goodness, that's
pharmacies.
amazing.
So then they can pick up to three. Like it says, I can do up
Wow.
to three. Okay, all
Okay.
right.
Okay.
And so now I got my pharmacies. What about primary care physician? Now, of course, we're talking MAPD. Do you have a PCP?
They may not.
Well,
Yeah,
they
they
may
may not.
not, but if they do,
Uh-huh.
to
Uh-huh.
show off the system a little bit,
Yeah, let's put
they,
one in.
they just put in the city and the state, and they can put in the doctor's name
Okay.
and, and look them up and it'll look it up in the Zealous format. So here's that doctor.
No way. That
Yep,
was fast.
very fast.
So you
Specialist.
said, yeah, specialist. Oh my gosh, specialist as well.
So I said, what?
I was just thinking about that it's really important that that information is updated.
Yes.
And I really feel like it is because that was instant. That was incredible.
Well, it is. I always like to tell this story
Yeah.
about how accurate this is. There was an agent who was using us last year during AEP and insisted that this particular doctor in Los Angeles was taking Humana and just was having a fit. It was on the Humana site.
Okay.
Okay. It was on the system that she was cross checking us against.
Okay.
Okay. And we didn't have it.
Wow.
So we reached out to the vendor and said, hey, what's going on with this? The vendor sent us back a link to a article in
Okay.
the LA Times that said that the doctor had lost her license.
Look at that information that you just got.
We had updated it before Humana did.
Unbelievable.
So
Yeah,
that's the story that I always like to hang on to. I think it's pretty
that's an amazing story
cool.
because
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now it's not to say that we're perfect. We're not,
No, but that
because
was
sometimes we errors are caught, but they're rare. They're very, very
that's
rare.
wonderful to know that.
And
Yeah.
and and so, but that was a good one though.
That's a really good example because the average person would not know that,
Right.
right? Wow.
So again, you put in the Cincinnati, Ohio, or whatever city, it doesn't matter, and then you can put in a specialist, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And what's nice about this is you can put in as many specialists as you need to just by refilling the field.
Okay.
So some people see a
Yeah.
bunch of
Some
specialists.
people see it like, sometimes three, sometimes more, yeah.
They
Because
do. And
because
so
conditions
that,
are complex these days, right? Like things can
yep.
be, you have several, especially
And
like chronic special
yeah,
needs and stuff. They usually have like a couple
yeah,
for their specialty, what it is they're dealing with.
right.
And
And
you know,
PCPs always want to kind of hand you off to a specialist, I think.
yeah, I think so too. I think
I
it's
think that's
it's
what they
kind
want
of
to do.
risk management, you know what I mean, for
Yeah.
what they do.
Now you could put your hospitals in here. You can choose up to three,
Wow, that's
and
awesome.
it's the same thing. So you can go Cincinnati, Ohio, and you can put in, but you can like I had a lady the other day. She had a hospital, it was Saint, I forget the Saint. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Helps if I spell hospital right.
It will.
Um, they they had several locations like this one has. And so it was for this particular one in Indiana, and it was in a small town, and we were able to find it easily.
Oh my goodness. I'm
So yeah, so
surprised.
it was pretty cool and
Oh
not
my
hard to
goodness.
find. They've got a lot of data. So
But it's
additional benefits you can put in here,
yeah,
benefits
that's
of
nice.
interest.
That's nice.
And then this part we do tell them we have to have their first name, last name. Now, if they don't have an email, you'd put none. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But right, if a lot of people have them.
Yeah. Because of
And
their
then this
families.
information we have to have. And then here it's just please review. So they can review this
Very good.
and they go to send it in. And this part coming up here is the part the agents like the most. This part right here talks about the permission to contact. So if the client went to send this in, it would stop them and say, you didn't give me permission to contact. So they have to click it. So now I've got their permission to contact. It saves in the server for you to protect you as an agent.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
the scope of appointment is automatically emailed out to them.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. That's
So then
incredible.
a nice thank you from the
Thank
agent, and there it
you.
goes.
Oh, that's
So then
amazing.
to show you what happens when you come back,
After
the client has
creating
filled
that
this.
record, yeah.
Yeah, the client fills it out. Okay.
Hmm.
They send it in. And then what happens for you as an agent is you get an email, you get a text alert telling you got a new list. In your system, you have a little bell alert right up here in the
I see it
corner. You
up
may
there.
not be able
Okay.
to see it, but you got a bell
Okay.
alert. And I'm going to use an older one than I did for today to save us time, but
Sure.
the system refreshes every two to
This
five
is it's
minutes.
like it's such a nice way of seeing everything. I'm so glad that you could give us an example. It's wonderful.
Thank you. If I click view list, this will change. And I say, okay, let's let Pearl do her job now. So this chortling's going on, and Pearl is creating the drug list, the pharmacy list, running the quote for you, building the CRM for you. There's the guy, Scott Nichols guy we talked about. There's his address.
Oh my goodness.
There's his birthday, his phone numbers, his email. There's his Medicare number. There's his Medicare and the effective date.
Imagine if you had this information as an agent.
It
Like, can
just
you
makes
just
your life so
imagine?
much easier.
Oh my
So
goodness. Yeah, like,
the drug list is built. There's the drug list. Pharmacy list is built. Your quotes have been run. Where did the other stuff go? Well, it went down here into Pearl customer information. So if I click on that, there's all my other information. So there's my doctors, specialist, my enrollment status, current coverage information, my wants and needs, even my hospital. So to make this even faster for the agent, you can't see it too well in the screen probably, but there's a little green box here next to the doctor's names and specialist names.
okay.
So this is going to put the doctor in the provider filter when I click it. So Pearl's going to look up the doctor for me automatically.
So that it's in real time, like it's updated because the doctor
It's
could
right.
change. Yeah, could be
It's right
changed.
here.
Okay.
If you gave me
Wow.
that doctor in your questionnaire, Pearl's going to look it up. I'm going to put it in there for my filter to filter
Okay.
my plan results by the doctors you have. So I know who takes what, at least one or more of them.
Exactly. Right. That's
If
exactly the best
if
way
for
to.
some reason this doctor didn't come up, it's because the zip code he's outside of the 20-mile radius, and you just would change the zip code to the doctor's office, and then you put his name and you'll find him.
Very good.
It's not too hard. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. We'll put a specialist in here and bring them over. I think we have one more specialist in here. Yeah, we'll put them in there.
Did you just, is there like a plus sign that you dragged? You
Yeah,
dragged it? Yeah.
there's
A
this little
little,
cross right here.
a
See it?
little, there it is. Yep.
Tiny little cross, and you can move the guy around.
Oh, I love, it's like a card. Yeah, I like that.
Same thing. So
Very
now
good.
I got him in. All I have to do now is click my plans,
Mm-hmm.
and Pearl's going to filter my plans and show me who takes at least one or more of my doctors.
Really.
Yep. And
And
so I got this doctor's column, and I can just adjust it up or down. So now there's all of my doctors in all of these plans. And I can sort my details here how I want to do it.
okay.
Do I want a higher plan rating, a lower one? Do I want premium? Do I want premium? Do I want to filter by my carriers? Do I want to filter by
Oh my
insulin
God, it's
savings, Part B give back?
it's just amazing how like we could be an agent on this one screen because there's so much like remember I was talking about that information gives you power in a sense. It is
Yeah,
true because if your customer is kind enough to fill this out and your system lays it out in such a methodical but precise fashion that we as agents we know where to look to offer solutions, to answer questions. Like if they say it's really important for me for my PCP, but the specialists, they don't matter as much, but I really want this thing. So then you can see, okay, it has one. Let's see if that's the PCP. Like you're actually in real time, you're incorporating what information the customer is giving you, and your system has already looked through to see if it's accepted.
exactly. And we'll even give you the PCP ID number in here.
You will not.
Yeah,
No
it's right here.
way. Oh my God. So everything's linked. And
And their group names.
okay, that's amazing because and
So you
sometimes
get you get everything.
so if a doctor has like say three offices and my client wants to go to one particular one, then they have the ability to check which office they like to go to,
Yes.
and then that gets saved.
Because that this particular plan, this Mount Carmel, whatever this is, all right, is acceptable in these three addresses for Dr. Hackworth.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because that gets down to that, especially when we talk to a lot of our agents that use us in California, because they everything out there is group. Everything's a group practice. So they have to know the address and they have to know the group name of that practice and that address to make sure this is
Ooh,
right. So
wow.
can you imagine doing that on carrier site after carrier site? I mean, these poor people are working their brains out. And it's like now they can do it in a much better fashion.
It's just
Much
so
better.
fast too. It's so fast and it's updated. Um, I just want to ask you a question about Medicaid. Um,
Mhm.
if your client has Medicaid, then does it kind of sort for plans that would say a full benefit or QMB
Okay,
or
so you're
something?
talking about being able to look up a customer to see it, what the qualify are.
Yes, yes.
That's being added, yeah, that's being added to version 2.0. We don't have it right now.
Wow,
And
that's
we
going to
do
be
need it.
amazing.
We do. I mean, there's other systems that have it, and I'm jealous. But we've just run out of time. We've
Yeah,
run out
because
of
you've done a
time. And
lot.
so
This is a lot.
we will have that. I don't know how complicated that
Whenever.
is to get.
Yeah,
I
whenever
think it's
that's
one of those
ready.
things where you register for it, you can put in the I don't think it's I think it's again like everything that we're finding right now, public information and untying the cobweb that yeah,
It's
once you get in there and you look at it, it's like, okay, yeah, okay, this is where it's at. This is how we access it. I would put my developers up against anybody. I
yeah,
mean,
it
my
sounds like
developers are and they're not just in America. They're in America. They're in London. They're in different parts of the world. And so
wow.
it's like they're very very good at what they do.
And I
And
feel that they care about integrity, don't they? Oh, you wouldn't.
Not the conglomerate, but they care about integrity as defined in Webster's. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad you found these good people. And also I think they kind of love a challenge because you've given them a lot to filter through, haven't you? I mean,
Well,
this
we've
is a
taken it a
lot.
long way, and really the best things that the things that I kind of enjoy now a little bit is when people come along and copy us. They're even copying our language.
Oh
When
no.
they're advertising, they even copy our language because we were out there since about 2019 saying agent built and agent service. Now all of a sudden, everybody out there that's my competitor says agent built and
You're
agent
building it.
service. I'm not saying it. It's kind of
Come
cute.
on.
It's really kind of cute, and it's like when this I won't even call him a competitor, but this lookalike, this copycat, tried to copy the Pearl, and they got to deal with this big data vendor out there and stuff like that. They were trying to act like they were doing stuff that we were doing, and they just basically tried to copy what we did, but didn't really do it right.
Right.
So now I
Right.
heard that they're even this particular entity is even charging people for their data, getting it back on the each by page.
Oh my
So
God.
these are some interesting things, and I just kind of say, well, that's fine, but there is an alternative that is agent friendly, and we can do this. We absolutely can do this. Um,
I think too, Scott, it's important that you have been doing this because
mhm,
if you've had like 5 years in an industry, like you're way ahead of anybody else, but like you have been doing it and you've
mhm.
been pivoting and adapting. I mean, COVID must have been a huge adaptation that you needed to do, but you're here
Yeah, it was
and
really
you're,
the COVID was tough,
yeah, I can't imagine.
but I learned Zoom.
Yeah, it's funny. Did you ever hear about the Zoom developer or like, the creator, the founder, that he had to suddenly like accommodate the entire world as a
I
client?
can imagine.
Can you
Oh,
imagine? Like you
oh,
do you feel for
oh.
him because you have thousands of client like agents now that are
Well,
using
we
the
really
system.
we don't make any bones about we want to take over the space.
I'm glad.
And it's interesting how when you're going out there and you're trying hard and you're just I mean, this is not far from my first experience of growing a business. I've been doing it for 42 years. So the thing is it's interesting how people will smack you around when you're just getting started and not want to partner with you. And there's a very popular, and I'm not going to use names, but a very popular, very large CRM that a lot of agents use.
Yes,
And I went to them when we were getting somewhere. We weren't getting where we are now, but we were at about 200 subscribers.
that's pretty good.
And that wasn't bad. And I reached out and I said, we would like to talk about API integration, right? To integrate. Their national sales manager said to me, who do you think you are? That was his comment to me.
Oh
Who did I think I was? I said, I'm just a small business and I'm trying to make a partnership.
my
And then
goodness.
he started laughing at me. And he says, our president would never call you. Guess how we started to get into the CRM business?
How did you?
When how did I when that guy told me that started to laugh at me? Don't laugh at me,
And
right?
then did it.
Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at
No,
anybody who's trying.
but it
How
must
can you
feel
laugh
good
at
though
somebody?
that you've done
Well, we take a lot of their clients every day
it.
because there's
Hmm.
no reason to pay them hundreds of dollars when you can get the same thing for $35.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's so adaptive
And
for agents.
their thing that they have is an electronic piece of paper again. Agents have to take it out of there and they have to type it back into whatever it is they're doing. So
Wow.
what good is it? It doesn't save. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't integrate. It doesn't help you save time.
No, and also like the safeguards that you've built around it, like that prescription list, like you're compliant.
Yes.
There's no way that like anybody who's not in the Medicare industry, they can create all they want. But CMS is good with you, right?
They
these
are
people.
and they really got excited. They see the agent portals down here that they
Yes.
just link to the carrier site, right, for
I
enrollment.
love that.
Well, there's a couple of bonuses to that. One is that the agent gets paid and the client gets in their policy.
Mm-hmm.
You have CMS loves it because they consider it a double safeguard. You have to log in here to get your quotes, right?
Yeah.
Then you have to use your credentials to log into the carrier.
Yes, you do. So
So
that's
they view that
two.
they view that as a double
Yeah,
gatekeeper and they like it. The
I
other
like
thing
that.
is
Yeah.
that agents that are using these universal enrollment platforms are
Mm-hmm.
not seeing all the plans, and it has nothing to do with their FMOs blocking them this time. It has to do with CMS and the carriers, really the carriers will not show what are called suppressed plans
Really?
on, yes, on universal application platforms. They won't show you suppressed plans, but we have them because we don't do enrollment on our system. We take you to the carrier site to do your enrollment.
Wow.
So we show suppressed plans. What is a suppressed plan? Suppressed plans are those plans that they don't want you to see because they got too much business on them.
So does it kind of have some profit kind of built into it in the sense that that also has something to do with them not wanting to share more profit or something? It could be a money thing, right?
It could be a lot of things.
Could
I
be a
don't
lot
know.
of
I
things.
couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't really
Yeah, because
say.
you wouldn't know, yeah,
But
like
I
what
do
the
know
motive
that we can
was.
show suppressed plans, and the big guys out there that there's two big guys out there, they cannot.
Wow. But if you were to submit an application, if you filled in and everything was right and the client was eligible, then it could work. It could go through and be accepted by CMS, and then the company would issue the plan, I imagine, right? If everything was eligible and correct, I'm saying
Now,
everything.
what are we talking about? You talking about using a universal
Um,
platform
I'm
application, or
saying,
are you talking about using this?
so if I were to use you and I happen
Mhm.
to put
That's
an
what would happen.
eligible,
That's what would happen. You would see a suppressed plan, you would click on the agent portal and enroll them, and they would take it.
wow,
But on
wow.
the other system, you wouldn't even see the suppressed plan to
No,
enroll
because
it.
it's suppressed.
It's suppressed. It's
Right.
suppressed. Right.
See,
Exactly.
because sometimes, you have to go with one option because there
Hmm.
are no other options, right? If a person lives in a rural place and that's
Absolutely.
right.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
really gives us more things to offer. And
Yes.
guess who they're going to come back to because we offer things that maybe nobody else would see with the
Right.
system.
Right.
So there's a lot of like there's a lot of problems that you've solved for agents, and just time and detail, but also accuracy, also
Mhm.
being up to date, because doctors can change their mind and son of one group and go to, like, you know what I mean? They can do
Well, the
things like that.
frustrating the frustrating part for me on this that we have discovered as we're moving forward, and I'll just leave it with this comment because I don't want to go too far with it because I'm trying to
Of
keep
course.
everything kind of
Yeah.
lock and key, right? What we're doing
Yeah.
because it's going to be a minute. But this data is public. It is public. It's all public data. Every bit of
Really.
it is. Yes, all of it is. And it's mandated that that data has to be made public from all carriers. So what has happened here is you've got two or three large entities, I would say two, that have gone out and figured out how to take public data, and this is not uncommon, and charge for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
not uncommon.
Yeah.
And it's no different than I will do. But I believe there's a point where you don't be, greed over need.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's like, and I'm gonna feed the first person I mean, we're getting a lot of inquiries from pharmaceuticals, pharmacies, doctors' offices. They want this information from us. So
Wow.
they're talking about using it in their systems and in their places. So when they're interacting and they need to see something just for the drugs, they
I
need to see this.
see.
Okay.
Yes.
But
Wow.
I'm taking care of baby first. I'm taking care of the agents first. We'll take care of the and then we'll talk about other people down the road. But right now it's all about the agent. The
Isn't
agent
that
has to be taken care
incredible? And I'm so glad you're still an agent.
of.
And, so
I enjoy it. I mean, what am I gonna do?
And
I could go out and weave some hair or something. I
yeah,
don't know.
can you imagine?
I got nothing left.
But we're so lucky. We're so lucky that you care. My God, Scott, we're so lucky to have you on our team and to actually spend this many years, like not only creating, but also honing and continuing to develop, right?
Mhm. Oh
And
yes. We're not
and
gonna
it just,
stop.
no, I get that feeling. I get the feeling
No.
like
There's
that's
no
why
reason to stop. We're
I
not
mean,
we're not even there yet.
no, my goodness.
We're not
I
even there
really
yet. We're getting there though.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well,
So
I'll give you an example today. This is how
please.
important agents are to this program and this platform. I had an agent today, and she does mostly the ICRA medical plans.
Okay.
And she says, Scott, have you ever thought about just creating an ICRA Pearl? She goes, this is going to be so popular. Why don't you create an ICRA Pearl? So we talked about it. It would only require me from what I'm currently doing to
Yeah.
remove one question.
No. No. And that
That's
would
it.
be it.
That's it. So guess what we're going to get? We're going to go get an ICRA Pearl. My developer hopefully won't see this because we have a fit, but we can,
Right.
it's not, it's difficult. Believe me, pearls are very complicated. I mean, this is why this competitor of mine and also one of the other major systems have tried this and it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get it to integrate
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
it is complicated.
Wow.
It is not easy.
And it
And
doesn't,
so,
do you charge for like to create a Pearl if an agent is paying their monthly fee, like
no, I mean, pearls are included in our system.
it's
So if we
included?
create a pearl,
Okay.
it's going to be a tool that the masses are going to want to have. So
Yeah.
we're going to have plenty of agents out there doing ICRIS, believe me, tons. So this doesn't make any difference to me. It's like when it came along with the ACA. We don't have an ACA quoting platform, but you can plug your URL for your quoting platform into ours and just go back and forth. It's easy.
That's
Okay.
amazing. Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
when any of those entities want to get smart enough to tap into a bunch of agents and start being able to pass that data back and forth on applications, I'm all ears.
Mm-hmm.
But, until then, we'll do it this way. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes like maybe like in a couple, like say a husband is like 5 years older than his wife, like so he's fine. He can get Medicare. But what about her? Right?
Right. So she has to have AC and the agent really has to be able to take care of that.
Right. I agree
Right.
because they want to deal with you. At that point, you're in their kitchen. They are
Right.
happy, right?
Right.
And so how can you say, I'm sorry, I can't help you
Right.
to that what like
Right.
yeah,
You
you,
can't.
you know
You
what that's
can't. I mean,
like.
you got to go through the process and you got to get it done.
Yeah,
And that's why we built on our ACA screen. We have a blue button that says convert to Medicare. So
really.
when that spouse turns 65, you hit the blue button and automatically flips her to Medicare
That's
and
amazing.
runs a quote for you.
Oh my God. Because you have her information from the ACA application.
Yes.
Oh my
Just,
goodness.
automate it for the agent just a little bit more. And it
Wow.
makes all the difference in the world.
So that's yeah, it's amazing that you have put all of this thought and effort and creativity into it, but I'm really glad that it works and that you're just getting started. I love that attitude, Scott. I love that.
Well, I
And
really appreciate showing it to you because
thank
this is a
you.
great way for agents to see it. I think you have a great platform here,
Thank
and
you.
it's a wonderful way you do this presentation. And really, it really is, and it's great because people in our industry need to see this information.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be taking a recording of this and I'll be spreading it throughout all of my channels.
Yes, please.
Um,
Yep.
I will because it's
This is
important that
yours.
they see this. They need
Right.
to see
Yeah.
this,
And I
right?
think too, like it makes them realize like what goes into doing something like this. And so why not
Mhm,
just leave it to the experts is my
mhm,
feeling. Like
right.
like and CMS knows you. Like you're good.
Mhm.
You're in, right? And
No, no.
so wouldn't really want to try to do something like on like how would you do that? Like it's
Well,
taking years. You
you
can't.
absolutely couldn't do it.
No. You
You
literally
can't.
couldn't.
You literally can't do it. It took me all these years just to get to this point. And believe me, there's a part of. I'll just tell you this. I think you'll find this interesting.
Okay.
When it comes to taking the data for Part D, the drugs, the 200,000 formulary drugs that are in Medicare. Okay, there's. I'm not going to get into the weeds, but there are
Sure.
two to three sets of numbers that have to correlate. One
Yes.
set of those numbers is not in the public forum. You have to know where to go to get it and request it, and you'll be given it. But if you don't know who to go call and who to talk to get it, and not even call, you have to request it. If you don't know, you will never get that set of numbers that will give you back the number that you need to find the drug.
Wow. Just that
Yeah,
one field, in a
right.
sense, that
And
one,
that took us 2 years to find.
my goodness, yeah. Wow. And it's
So
all.
So there you go. Yes, it's public information, but a lot of, and I've seen agents do this. I have to laugh a little bit because I've watched agents actually do this. They will go out and think that they can go into the CMS data and think that they can pull this stuff down. And
No.
it's hysterical. I mean, it's absolutely hysterical because it took us over a year just to find it.
Right.
And by the way, they were helping us.
So that's
So,
interesting.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, this is why you only have two entities out there that I'm not even sure what one of them is doing, what data they're using because it's inaccurate.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
primarily, it's not really, and I'm not naming names, but one of
No,
them's
we're not.
one of them's pretty consistently inaccurate. And it kind of surprises me. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, where are you getting this from? All
Right.
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 And then once we untied one, we're starting to untie all of it. And so that's where we're going to be in a very short period of time
Hmm.
because agents have to own this data. You have to see the trap that's being laid for independent insurance agents by them using white label systems from their upline, that they're blocking their view of what they can see based on contracts. Okay.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
also having their data sold, mined, and shared.
No.
So how do you think they got Aunt Sally's number? And guess what? When you use the system, you agreed to the privacy policy. The second you hit the first key, you agreed.
Wow.
And you didn't read the privacy policy.
And you know what? No, and you don't even know like that things even work that way. Like you
Of course
know
not.
how,
You're just,
right?
oh, look at how cool this is. This is a great
Right.
tool. And then you
Right.
don't even know that you're being taken. I had so many, and they don't yell at me anymore, but I used to
No.
give a talk about these contracts at any VIP meetings when they were NHU. And I mean, you talk about, I had people coming at me with torches and rakes
Oh my goodness.
because they just refused to believe, they would never. Then they turned around nationally and sued the federal government to do it. They can,
Wow.
by the way, let's leave the word that has to be in there, continue to do it.
Wow. Yeah, let's think
Not
about
to
that,
start
right?
doing it,
No.
continue to do it. So
No.
we have got to come together, and agents really need to pay attention to this and work with systems like ours that are going to do that.
Hmm.
We're going to protect your data.
Yeah, no one else can say that.
Well, yeah, accuracy,
No.
protection.
Right.
Who's with who? I can tell you the big. I've been there. The big conglomerate data vendors that are out there, they are absolutely in bed with all of your big NMOs and conglomerates. That's who
Wow.
they're in bed with. You're upline. They're not in bed with you.
No, they're not. No. And that's never going to happen. Like it's just the agent doesn't have power, but you think that you have a book of business because it
Right,
looks like you do. But if somebody else can call your Aunt Sally because of information
right,
they can,
right,
yeah, then where's your business? Like
right,
we don't have the ownership that they tell us we do, right?
right. You
But I really,
can. You can. There is a way, and it's us.
yeah,
I mean, what other systems out there? I think about this. I have a very large Medicare brokerage, right?
yes, you do.
But I'm not recruiting anybody. Okay. I'm not.
You don't
I
need
don't want
to?
to. I don't need to. No, really don't. And if agent wants to work with us, great. But I'm never gonna recruit you. It's never gonna happen. If you
Right.
call me up the phone and say, I want to come work with you, okay.
That's
But
nice.
I'm not gonna recruit anybody.
Right.
But the rest of these have used their tool to recruit agents to their company. And I
Yes.
think that's not a very honest. There's no other system out there that's built to just try to help agents and
Yes.
not try to recruit them is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So if you'd like to come back, I'd be happy to have you back. If there's something else you'd like to launch or just updates, I'm so happy. What a pleasure to spend time with you, Scott. And
Thank you for having
really,
me, Suzanne. I
I
couldn't
mean,
be
you.
happier with having the opportunity you gave me was great.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you have the heart that you have to do all of this work, but also to share it with us in a very it's not salesy at all. It's like this is what I could do for you. Do you want it?
Mm,
No problem.
right,
Right?
right.
And I love that about you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, but we'll talk soon. Okay, Scott. Thank you so much. What a pleasure to have you.
Thank
And
you, Suzanne.
thank you for watching. Thank you. Well, there we
Perfect. Thank you.
are.